Shalom, and welcome to Voice of the Torah podcast, where the eternal wisdom of the Torah meets the heartbeat of today's world. I'm Gadi Ephraim. Each week we journey through the Torah, one portion, one story, one lesson at a time. This week's portion is Devarim, meaning words, the first Parsha in the Book of Deuteronomy, and the beginning of Moses' final address to the people of Israel. Standing on the threshold of the promised land, Moses turns back, not to walk but to speak. He recounts decades of desert wandering, from the appointment of judges to the tragedy of the spies to the hard-won victories over Sihon and Og, the kings of the Emorites. But this isn't just a retelling of events. It's a teaching moment, a meditation on responsibility, leadership, and memory. Devarim is Moses' way of making sure the people don't just inherit a land, but understand the path that led them there. So why does he start with words? Because in Jewish tradition, words create worlds, and these words spoken in the heat of the desert still echo in ours. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned as we unpack these sacred echoes one verse at a time.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack complex ideas and give you those essential insights.
Helping you stay truly informed.
And today, well, we're diving into something really profound. Devarim, the final book of the Torah, Deuteronomy.
Right, and it's so much more than just Moses reviewing history, isn't it?
Exactly. We want to explore how this ancient text is actually a kind of spiritual initiation. It sets the stage for redemption, for leadership.
And our mission today is to unpack Parashat Devarim, the opening section, using two really fantastic sources.
Which ones are we looking at?
We've got the contemporary teachings from Beit Yisrael International, and then these deep mystical insights from the Gadi Ephraim notes.
Great sources. And together they offer wisdom that's, surprisingly relevant for you right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's start where Devarim starts. Moses begins by listing these places. Midbar, Arava, Suf.
On the surface, it seems like maybe just geography, a travel log.
Yeah, but when you look closer, it feels like there's something else going on, like a subtle rebuke, a reminder of past mistakes.
It does make you pause, doesn't it? Why start there?
So what's the thinking here?
Well, what's really fascinating, and Yisrael International brings this out so powerfully, is that Moses is rebuking, yes, but with this incredible love.
Love. How so?
He avoids any direct accusation. He doesn't point fingers. He just names the places, evoking the memory, but without causing shame or humiliation. It's quite a model.
That's subtle. And the Gadi Ephraim notes, they pick up on this too.
They do. They really emphasize this as like the ethical core of leadership.
Okay.
The ability to correct, but with compassion, to remind someone of a failing without, breaking their spirit, to actually lift them up while you're offering correction.
Wow. That's a high bar for leadership, correcting while elevating.
It really is. And it's not just a modern idea. Ancient texts saw this too. The Sifrei, for example, points out this principle of indirect rebuke. And the Baal HaTurim, a medieval commentator, he noticed something amazing numerically. The Hebrew phrase, Ele HaDevarim, these are the words, has the exact same numerical value as Moshe rebuked with love.
No kidding. That's incredible.
Yeah. And the Zohar, the foundational text of Kabbalah, it sees Moses' speech here as tikkun.
Rectification, healing.
Exactly. Healing the past, not just judging it.
So this compassionate approach was part one. But then there's this other extraordinary thing Moses did.
You mean the languages?
Yes. 70 languages.
Right.
He explained the Torah in 70 languages. Why not? For a nation that presumably spoke Hebrew.
It's a really striking detail. And according to Rashi and also the Midrash Tanshuma, this wasn't just about, say, immediate clarity for some non-Hebrew speakers present.
Okay, so what was it?
It was prophetic. Moses foresaw the future exiles, the diaspora. He was preparing the Torah, making it accessible in advance for every soul in every tongue, wherever they might end up.
That's unbelievable foresight. Universalizing the message from the very beginning.
Right. And the Gadi Ephraim notes really connect this to the big picture. They see it as an early preparation for universal redemption.
Meaning the Torah wasn't just for that generation.
Exactly. Its reach extends through all of history to everyone.
And Beit Yisrael International.
They echo this strongly. They teach that both the loving rebuke and the 70 languages were preparations for the Mashiach, the Messiah, who will ultimately bring the Torah's light, its wisdom, to literally every corner of the world. It's all setting the stage.
A global spiritual awakening prepared thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. But the journey wasn't straightforward, was it?
Not at all. The text mentions it was 11 days from Horeb, from Sinai. Should have been quick.
But it took much longer. Why?
The sin of the spies, that moment of doubt, of fear. Israel International has a really poignant teaching on this.
What's that?
That God's blessings, his plan, it's always ready, right there. But our actions, our sins, if you will, our choices, they can delay things.
So Moses reminding them isn't just you messed up.
No, it's more like an invitation to wake up, to see what could have been and maybe what can still be if they return.
And those 42 places they stopped along the way, you mentioned the starting places, but the whole list.
Right, the full itinerary. According to both Beit Israel International and the Gadi Ephraim notes, these aren't just dots on a map.
Okay.
Each location name is understood as another veiled rebuke, but also, simultaneously, a potential for spiritual healing.
So the names themselves hold meaning.
Yes, they point to specific spiritual challenges. Things like doubt, complaining, craving the past. Each stop is a mirror held up.
And the goal.
To awaken teshuva, that deep return, that turning back to connection. It's about taking that raw, painful memory and transforming it into growth.
Transforming memory. I like that.
Yeah.
So bringing this all together, what does Devarim, this Mishnah Torah, as it's called, represent for us?
Well, Mishnah Torah, often translated repetition of the Torah.
Yeah.
In Kabbalah, it's linked to Malchut.
The final Sephira, right. Kingdom, manifestation.
Exactly. It's the realm of application, of practical immunitrust, faith in action. It's about how we embody God's will right here in the physical world.
So Devarim is the Torah for living.
Precisely. And if you weave together these threads from Beit Israel International and the Gadi Ephraim notes, what emerges is this picture of Devarim's opening as the Torah descending fully into life, all aspects of it.
A Torah of redemption, then.
Yes, a Torah of redemption, of teshuva, of return, and crucially, a Torah about transforming all the multiplicity, all the scattered pieces of our lives and history into a greater unity.
So Moses, in these final speeches, he isn't just looking back.
Not at all. He's actively reshaping the past's meaning, preparing the collective soul, really, for the long journey ahead through history.
Wow. So his words are still echoing.
Absolutely. Calling us even now to trust, to return, and, to play our part in preparing the world for a greater light.
A powerful call to action from an ancient text, something profound for you to think about long after this deep dive ends.